Wellness used to be about feeling better. Somewhere along the way, it became about keeping up with studies, keeping up with trends, keeping up with experts, keeping up with whatever new thing we're apparently supposed to be doing this week. At some point, drinking water stopped being enough. Now it needs electrolytes, minerals, and a giant emotional support water bottle. And honestly, that's why so many people feel confused. Not because they don't care about their health, but because the amount of wellness information available today is almost impossible to keep up with. Most people aren't trying to become elite athletes. They're just trying to have a bit more energy, sleep a little better, feel good in their bodies. But wellness can sometimes feel less like support and more like another thing to manage. And after a while, it creates this strange feeling that whatever we're currently doing probably isn't enough. That maybe there's something we're missing. Something we should be doing better. Something everyone else seems to have figured out. Part of the problem is that wellness no longer feels like knowledge. It feels like updates. One week we're told to focus on protein. The next it's gut health. Then morning sunlight. And none of those things are necessarily wrong. The problem is that the list never seems finished. Researchers studying information overload have found that when people are exposed to more information than they can realistically process, confidence in decision-making can actually decrease. More information doesn't always create more clarity. Sometimes it creates more uncertainty. And that's what modern wellness often feels like. Not because we don't have enough information, but because it's become difficult to know when we have enough. That's why one of the most useful wellness questions isn't, "What else should I be doing?" It's, "What is enough? Enough movement, enough sleep, enough effort." Not the perfect amount. The amount that genuinely improves your life. And lately I've found a simple filter helpful. If a wellness habit makes life noticeably better, keep it. If it mostly creates guilt, stress, or another thing to manage, it's probably worth questioning, because the goal isn't to win at wellness. The goal is to feel better. And those aren't always the same thing. Maybe wellness became exhausting because it stopped being about feeling better and started becoming another way to measure ourselves. Another way to fall behind, another thing to get right. But health was never supposed to be a performance. It was supposed to support your life, not become your life.